You're sitting in your car, engine off, cracked windshield, phone glowing in your hand. You make decent money, let's say $50,000 a year. Not minimum wage, not struggling, right? But you're staring at your banking app, doing math in your head. Groceries are $140. Car insurance is due tomorrow. There's an emergency vet bill from last week, and you realize you can't comfortably pay both. That's when it hits you. You're too rich for help, but too poor for comfort. You don't qualify for assistance, but you're one flat tire away from panic. This is the middle-class trap, and it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to escape. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. You are not failing. The system is hunting you. Every time you get a raise, something happens. New apartment, new car, better phone. Upgraded lifestyle. There's a name for this. Financial Pac-Man. It eats your raises. And here's the stat that should wake you up. 91% of people spend their raises within 12 months. Not invest, not save, spend. Banks don't help either. They approve you based on gross income, not what actually hits your checking account. If you make $50,000, that sounds solid. But after taxes, insurance, retirement deductions, you're not living on $50,000. You're living on maybe $38,000. And here's the deeper problem. $50,000 today has the purchasing power of roughly $20,000 30 years ago. So if budgeting feels impossible, it's because you're trying to live a 1990s lifestyle on 2026 prices. The system is designed for you to fail, but the math is your way out. This is not a budgeting hack. This is a freedom strategy, the 75% rule. Here's how it works. You live on 75% of your income. The other 25% is untouchable. Broken down like this: 15% retirement, 401k or investment account, 10% high-yield savings account, emergency fund. And here's the key. It must be automated. You never see the money. It never touches checking. Because if you see it, you will rationalize it. Just this once. No. Automation turns discipline into infrastructure. If you make $50,000, $7,500 retirement, $5,000 savings, $37,500 life. Your real lifestyle number is $37,500, not $50,000. This one shift changes everything. Here's the psychological trick that makes this work. You give yourself a fake demotion. You pretend you make $10,000 to $15,000 less than you do, not because you're broke, but because you're strategic. Your friends upgrade apartments. You keep the boring one. Your co-workers finance $40,000 SUVs. You drive the boring but reliable $10,000 car. It looks backwards. It looks like you're falling behind. But here's the kill switch. I call it the qualification kill switch. If a bank says, you qualify for a $1,000 mortgage, you multiply it by 0.6. That's $600. If you can't comfortably afford $600, you cannot afford the house. Period. Banks qualify you for risk. You qualify yourself for peace. This is how you stop Financial Pac-Man from eating your future. Let's fast forward 10 years. Two people, same salary, same city. Person A, the upgrade life, says yes to every raise. New car every 5 years. Bigger apartment, new subscriptions, always almost comfortable. After 10 years, retirement account, maybe $40,000 to $60,000. Savings, unstable. Stressed, constant, still trapped. Person B, the 75% rule. They automate 25%. Let's do simple math. If you save and invest $12,500 per year over 10 years without even assuming aggressive growth, that's $125,000 contributed. With modest market returns, you're approaching or exceeding $200,000 to $240,000. Now imagine, you lose your job. You want to start a business. You want to take 6 months off. You want to move cities. You don't panic. You choose. That's the math of options. Money doesn't buy happiness. It buys control. And control buys peace. Here's the uncomfortable truth. For the first 3 to 5 years, this path looks stupid. Your friends post vacations, new kitchens, engagement rings, luxury apartments with floor-to-ceiling windows. You post nothing. You drive the same car. You say no to trips. You skip the upgrade. It feels like you're going backwards. But in 5 years, they're still stuck. You're liquid. They're optimized for appearance. You're optimized for freedom. Now here's where it gets powerful. The 75% rule stabilizes you. But there's a second layer. Input engineering. If you control what you learn every day, skills, market demand, communication, AI tools, sales, coding, high-value capabilities, you increase your earning power. Now imagine, your income goes from $50,000 to $70,000, but you keep living like you make $50,000. Now your 25% becomes 40%. This is the dangerous combination. Low lifestyle plus rising skill stack. That's how middle class becomes financially independent. Let me leave you with this. Studies consistently show that about 74% of happiness comes from having a sense of control over your life. Not stuff, not upgrades, not the perfect kitchen. Control. The ability to say, I don't need this job. I don't need this loan. I don't need this approval. The middle class trap isn't about poverty. It's about permanent dependence. Living on 75% is how you break it. The system is designed for you to fail. But the math is your way out. Start with one paycheck. Automate 25%. Give yourself the fake demotion. Install the qualification kill switch. And in 10 years, you won't be sitting in a parking lot staring at your banking app. You'll be sitting wherever you want because you'll finally be free. If this hit home, share it with someone who's stuck in that parking lot moment. And remember, freedom isn't loud. It's quiet. It looks boring, but it's undefeated.